Holy shit, Mr. Chandler. Holy shit. You know, I had a whole idea for what I wanted the video to be. I wanted to try and get my angle on this, you know, like, ooh, you know, signs in the past, Chrischan might have done this, or, oh my god, you know, I couldn't think of anything, folks, I'm sorry. Ultimately, I just wanted to get my thoughts on this, right? I like a lot of you, just kind of dumbstruck what the fuck has just happened. So let me just get into it, alright? Chrischan Weston Chandler, aka Christina Weston Chandler, if you respect the genders of someone who's clearly insane and beyond contempt, in my opinion. Not just for this current situation, but for previous ones as well, and I'll get into that in a second. Chrischan, as he's known, has been a lolcow for, quite honestly, longer than I've been on YouTube. I think I actually put a community post or something like that. He's like, he's been a lolcow longer than my sister has been alive. Like, this guy has been insane, rambling, delusional for years. He created like a shitty Pokemon hybrid between Pikachu and Sonic called Sonichu. He wrote a whole bunch of comics about it. He got trolled to hell and back. He's done so many cringy and embarrassing things. It literally fills up its own wiki. But that being said, like, holy hell, I don't think anyone could have seen this one coming. It's weird. This is a guy who, like it or not, I actually basically grew up watching. Mocking, yes, but watching nonetheless. You know, and it's not like Chrischan's ever been some saintly angel. Obviously, this guy is autistic, so, you know, in most spheres, I'd cut him some slack, but he's so brutishly just selfish. He's such a deluded shithead. And let's just face it, folks, the dude's done some pretty shitty stuff. There was that time he and his mom behind the wheel, of course, literally got upset at a guy that kicked and permanently banned Chrischan out of some video game store, and they tried to run his ass over. Vehicular manslaughter, yes. Insane. There was that time where he went to a convention and went around groping a lot of women, despite the fact he was told to not grope women, which, by the way, why do you get that kind of, like who gets that kind of warning, you know? If you kind of had an inclination this guy was going to do some shit like this, maybe you shouldn't have let him in. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I guess Chrischan plays with different rules. You know, he's a walking, talking freak show, so he's kind of like an attraction to himself, right? But apparently a bit of a libelous one as well. And then, of course, there's that time, I think perhaps even at the same convention, if memory serves, where he got kicked out. So what he did was he started screaming and crying, and kneeled on the floor, and when the security guards came over to try and get his ass out, he started pepper spraying them. Like, Jesus, this man is a public menace, and I have no fucking respect for him. And so it's been kind of interesting watching him. Like I said, I've literally been looking at this guy for like the last 10, maybe even 12 years at this point, and just watching the degradation. You know, Chrischan's one of these things, he's like Haley's Comet, right? You check in on him every now and then, then you go away for like a year or so, and you check back in, and it's like, oh my god, it's worse and worse. And, okay, that's all the prelude. Hopefully the clips I'm putting on screen right now, whichever ones I've chosen, have shown you a thing or two about Chrischan and what you can expect. But here's the problem. When it comes to Chrischan, you have to expect the unexpected. And I didn't see this coming. I don't think anyone could have. For those of you not aware, which I fucking doubt anyone doesn't know at this point, but just for posterity, for those in the future that don't know, Chrischan has just admitted to, been caught texting about, and has basically admitted to confidants about having sex with his mother.
The incest fanfics have come true and shit. It took us a few nights to figure out what made what feel right and what didn't feel right. And
does your mother enjoy it?
Yeah, she's having a good time, literally.
She is.
I don't think I need to tell you why that's pretty disturbing in its own right. Here's the problem, though. Why this is increasingly morally reprehensible is just Barbara herself. Barbara being Chrischan's mother. She's old. She actually had Chris when she was very late in life. As such, Chrischan is about 40 years old now, give or take, has a mother who's about 70 to 80. And it's very clear from a lot of the conversations she's had and her on-screen appearances, she's demented. She has memory problems. And so you have Chris talking about, recorded, like hitting her G-spot, like something about cunnilingus, and trying to satisfy her, like, and how she came on to him, like, holy hell in a handbasket. This is insane. And it really makes you realize he's not just having sex with his mother, he's taking advantage of someone who probably can't really say no or properly consent. Essentially, he's raping his mom. Which, I mean, if you know your Chrischan history, your quick story, right? You know that there's been a lot of disgusting, horrible things that have happened in the Chandler household. You know, the death of Chris's father, and he was found riddled with bed bugs. The fact that their family home burned down. All the crazy things Chrischan did, like drinking his own semen.
I recycle my own semen.
I'm sorry, recycling it, my bad. The times he shit his underwear and left it for his own mom to clean. Yeah, you know there's been a lot of terrible things at that house, and that this has got to take the cake. I mean, I can't fucking believe what I'm seeing. I guess I shouldn't, you know? I mean, chrischan's always been a joke, but he's always kind of been sort of a harmless joke. But I and many others have come to hate Chris because he's honestly a shit person, and he does have some kind of honest threat to society. And maybe that's the lesson here, folks, right? For as fun as it's been to meme on chrischan, to laugh at him, to stalk him and do all that kind of crazy shit. Admittedly, some of it's been pretty out there and pretty bad, and I don't condone all of it, but some of it's been kind of funny at least. chrischan, at the end of the day, though, he was an honest-to-God public menace. And now he's gone on to essentially rape somebody. I mean, in my humble opinion, right? I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, not a psychologist, but I am a Nesquik, so it's pretty good, I guess. I wonder what he's gonna say. Like, could you imagine him in court, like, trying to pretend, like, it wasn't me, guys, your honor. It was Magi-chan in my own body. Because this dude's deluded. He literally believes that these cartoon characters he invented actually exist in an alternate parallel universe to our own. And that one day these dimensions are going to merge together or whatnot, and everyone's OCs and every fictional character that's ever been created will exist within our timeline. So he believes that some of the characters he created not only exist in these other dimensions, but that he can travel there, and that sometimes they inhabit his body. I mean, this dude's fucking crazy. And look, it's been funny, but now people are getting hurt. Now I think someone needs to fucking jail his ass. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I don't usually ask you for anything serious here, but if I can make one solemn request, I've left below a change.org petition, please. You know, I know it's change.org. It's probably not going to get anything, but I wouldn't feel right if I didn't promote this to you guys. So if you wouldn't mind just clicking the link below, reading off this very delicately put change.org petition, and signing it if you agree with it. Thank you, folks. And have
Listen to me. Yes. Shut that goddamn thing off.